Cubs going for a sweep in Baltimore with their new lefty on the hill, Jose Quintana, making his Cubs debut. And he was nothing short of spectacular. Quintana went 7 innings, no runs on 3 hits, and he struck out 12. That's the most strikeouts by a Cubs starter all season. Quintana has 22 punchouts in his last 2 starts, making him the second pitcher since 1900 to strike out 10 or more in consecutive games for different teams. What do you think, CT? Is this exactly what the Cubs needed?
It certainly seems that way. A lot of people felt like maybe the Cubs gave up a little too much to get Jose Quintana with the way he had been pitching for the White Sox, but he looked like an ace, a #1 starter in this game. You mentioned the 12 strikeouts. 12 Ks and no walks. That means you are in complete control. That means you have very good command when you don't walk any batters. He's 1 shy of his career high of 13, and he just started off so well, looked so comfortable, struck out 5 of the first 9 batters he faced. So sometimes when you go from one squad to another, you go from the AL to the NL, it's different batters, different team. It might take you a while to get into a good groove, but he got a lot of run support. And now when you pencil him in, I mean, he might be the 3rd starter on the Cubs, so to speak, between Lester and Arrieta, but he pitched like a #1 guy. The fact that he is a lefty, if the Cubs go to the playoffs, this will be a huge boost. But this guy, I mean, he's only going to get better. It has to feel good for him to get that 1 win under his belt, and things are only going to progress.
You have a young guy behind the plate in Willson Contreras. How do you see Willson Contreras and Jose Quintana fitting together?
I think that'll work well together. I mean, Contreras is a guy who continues to develop as a catcher in terms of calling games, pitch framing, things of that nature. The night before, he worked real well with Jake Arrieta. So I think this will be a good combo, and I'm sure all the Cubs pitchers are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with Contreras, and Quintana will develop that chemistry as well on down the line.
Yep, and luckily for Quintana, he didn't have to change area codes or anything. Got to stay right here in Chicago. So good thing for him and good thing for the Cubs. For all your sports on tap, keep it locked right here on 120 Sports.